Alrighty, so I had a lot of people asking me for an updated garage gym video, and it's been a while. It's been about 8 months now, so I figured I would give you some updates. We'll start in the same place we started last time, which is the bar rack. So I've had most of these bars, for a while now. On the last video, you saw the safety squat bar from Elite FTS, the Yoke bar, the Duffalo bar from Chris Duffin, Kabuki Strength, the Texas Deadlift bar, the Ohio Power bar. All of them have been holding up great. Love all these bars, are great quality. The new addition would be the Texas squat bar, which is the second bar up there from the bottom, 55-pound version of the squat bar, which we use in competition. So that's why I added that to the rack. Then up above that, towards the top there, the Titan multi-grip bar, a bar I like to use for bench pressing and tricep variations. And then on top of that, there's an axle bar, and then the same PVC pipe from the last video. A couple other small things down here. Just a box squat from TDS. I think I got that off Amazon. So if I'm ever doing any box squatting, or if I wanted to do step ups or some sort of variation, I have that. Over here we have a knee sleeve hanger, which is currently be using for that, but it's a little weight tree from Gold's Gym that I haven't found a use for. Another new addition would be the, kind of a hard angle here, but the Titan T3 half rack, which I use mostly for benching now. You can see I have my Elite FTS bench there, some good weight storage in the back, some safety hooks there, and yeah, that's mostly what I use it for. We can move this bench out, if we want to do squats in this rack as well, but it's mostly used for bench. And then a bunch of bands, Elite FTS bands, Elite FTS, the easy chain straps there. Just got those today actually. Been squatting with chains, which is why all my chains are on the floor here. Like I said in the last video, I got about 150 pounds of chains. So then we have the main squat rack, which is the same from the last video as well. The Titan T3 rack with the added stabilizer bar there at the top. And I also got the Rogue safety straps there. Then some of the newer additions I also got would be the monolift hooks. So I got these, most of the meets I do are USPA meets, so they're walked out. But wanted to have the option to use the monolift hooks on bench or also on squat if I do decide to do a meet with a monolift. The rest of my chains, this is the box full of the clips and all the other rack attachment pieces and stuff like that. Another new addition would be this Rogue Monster Light. I think it's the SML1 rack, half rack, squat stand rather. So, this is just a third spot to squat in here or bench in here. I've started to have more people coming over to train, so I wanted to open up some more options. On the wall, got all our cable attachments, little chalk bowl that I made. It's just like stainless steel bowl and then like a little bracket that's attached to it here on the wall. Just holding it on there. I'll probably get a real chalk bowl at some point, but that was just kind of a quick fix option. And another new addition would be I upgraded the dumbbells. So before I had, some random Hex dumbbells, mismatched weights and all of that. Now I have 15s through 100s. They're the pro style rubber coated dumbbells. And the rack I got off Amazon, but it's a Troy VTX dumbbell rack. At first I was kind of worried because this is a lot of dumbbells. I didn't want to end up having two pro style dumbbell racks because obviously that takes up a lot of space. So this was a better solution than that. Ended up being able to fit 15 through 100 on a 3-tier rack. So, I highly recommend this rack if you have limited space and a lot of Hex dumbbells or even a lot of pro style dumbbells. They say not to use it with the pro style dumbbells because they'll roll around on them, but I don't really have that issue. So I highly, highly recommend this rack. Got the same hammer strength bench as I had last time and the same leg extension, leg curl, then same cable machine, just kind of move things around in here. Obviously, as the gym grew, I kind of had to spread it out, so now it takes up basically the entirety of my garage. Then this is a Titan back extension piece. My only complaint about this piece is that the foot part back here doesn't stick up very high. Try to get an angle so you can see. So your feet kind of feel like they're gonna come out. I might put some of that like gripper tape on there like I have on my leg press, which I'll show you. And the other kind of complaint about this one is it doesn't adjust very low. So I'm not a very tall guy, I'm like maybe 5'8". And I find that even on the lowest setting, it's maybe like an inch too high. So that kind of makes it tough to use this piece. I originally bought it because my fiance likes, you know, back extensions, helps out with her back quite a bit. And, you know, that's why I picked it up. Then I have a Titan Sled, which, you know, in Iowa it's been pretty cold, so I haven't had a chance to really use it. I've used it maybe 2 times now, but overall it gets the job done. We'll go back here to the middle of the gym now. I got a deadlift platform from Black Widow Training Gear. This was a newer edition as well. I like it because it has the band attachments. Another thing you can't really tell just by looking in my garage is the floor is not very level. So this gave me an opportunity to use some pieces of wood to sort of level out the floor so that my bar wasn't rolling before I would deadlift, which was kind of a pain, but now it works out great. And I've been doing a lot of banded deadlifts lately, so this works out awesome. Deadlift jack from Titan. Up here, I'm not sure if I showed this in the last video, but I had this last time, I believe, and that's a Gronk Fitness pull-up bar, and it's the ceiling mounted piece. I know Titan sells one that's like a wall mounted, but I like this one better because you don't have to have it like up against the wall. And then one other newer addition is a Rogue barbell holder. So, you know, I was running out of space with some of the barbells I had over there on the rack, and I wanted to get an option for, you know, the shorter barbells or the barbells, the random things like these farmer carry handles that I have here. Other bars I have in there right now would be the Rogue Hex Bar. So you can kind of see that. And then I have 2 curl bars. The first one just a regular cheapy short curl bar, and then the other one is a rackable curl bar, and that one is from X Mark Fitness. It's the Convict bar, which I recently got as well. I'm a huge fan of it. I like the ability to rack it, especially when doing like skull crushers here at the home gym. You know, obviously I can use it in a rack that has spotter rails too, for safety reasons. Then down here we have a loading pin. I just store it in here. And then we also have a landmine. I used to have one on the rack, which I showed in the last video, but I found myself tripping over it all the time, so this was just a better option. And something else I also had last time is this leg press hack squat hip sled machine from Yukon Fitness. Then over there we also have our Titan glute hand raise, which I get a lot of use out of. That's one thing somebody asked me to do a review on, so I'll probably post a review of that here pretty soon as well. So sort of stay tuned for that. I'll give you more details on it, but you can see I've gotten a little bit of use out of it now. So aside from that, everything else is, you know, pretty much the same. Like I said, I spread out quite a bit because I've been growing into the space, having more people coming over and training, which has been nice. So that's required me to pick up some new stuff, you know, do some updates to some things, but nothing too crazy overall. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks.